guys. I'm a sales director for Mary Kay, and I want to hop on here because this is my very first live on YouTube. So, if you're tuning in, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I wanted to try to start growing a following over here. So, tonight is the night that we go live. All right, so we have brand new 3D foundations over Mary Kay, and tonight we're going to talk about matching them. So, I have two that's about in my arena and we're going to try them. So when you go to the store and they color match you, are they color matching your chin? Are they color matching your forehead? We're going to talk about all that here. Okay. So we're going to try a medium 10. So how this comes is in a light 1 through 7, a medium 1 through 14, and then we have a deep 1 through 15, I believe is what it is. Okay. So we're going to go with about two colors. It's in my arena, a medium 10 and a medium 11. So we're going to do I'm going to do a little bit of medium 10 here on my chest. We're going to see what it looks like. And we're going to say this is a 10 right here. And this is light. All right. So light. Have you ever thought about color matching your chest before? All right. So that's a little lot. I would say, hey, maybe. Okay. And then let's go over here to the medium 11 and let's see what's going on. All right. So let's put a little bit on our finger here. These are brand new foundations, so it's taken a little bit of practice, okay? All right, I would say that looks like it probably is a better match than this one. Where is it? That is probably a better match. So we're going to try the medium 11 up here on the face. We're going to try it out. Okay. So I like to use two different tools. Now we've got many different tools that you can use, but I like to use our blending brush or blending sponge, sorry. And then I also like to use our blending sponge or brush. Okay. So we're going to go with the medium 10 or sorry medium 11s. This actually comes in a luminous and a matte finish depending on what you like. If you have oily skin, normally matte is the vibe, or if you have dry skin, then normally luminous is the vibe. So I have dry skin, so we're going to go in with some medium 11. This is a luminous, and a little bit goes a long ways. Okay, so literally I'm just going to kind of dab it, and you can put this on your finger if you want to. We're just going down. This is my first time trying this medium 11. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and just kind of dab it here and there. And if you're using a sponge, make sure that you actually make sure you wet it first because it actually goes on a whole lot better. Hey y'all, hey, welcome everybody. I appreciate you being here. This is my very first live on YouTube, so yeah, it's a little nervous, and so I appreciate you being here. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little here and a little here. So what is so great about this foundation is it is buildable. Okay, you can apply your foundation however you choose to. But tonight we're just going to work with it like it's fun. Okay. So, hey, Rudy. Hey, everybody. I appreciate you being here. So, normally, if you wanted to, you could use a brush. We have an awesome foundation brush. You can actually use your finger here if you want to. And this, what I'm using, is called a medium 11. So, this is a buildable coverage. So, if you wanted to, you go ahead and press in with your fingers, or you could use your sponge. Now, the first layer that's going to go on is going to be like a very light layer. So if you wanted to build that, then you're going to need a second layer. Okay. So welcome in everybody. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. This is my very first live over on the YouTube. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you would hit that follow button, and I'll hit the follow button whenever this ends. I'll get you back for sure if you have a public profile. Thank you again, everybody, for joining. Okay, so I'm just going to go through here. We're just going to smudge this out. I know I said I was going to use a sponge, but let's just go ahead and go with our fingers, and then we will go in and get the lip and then all the areas with our sponge. We're going to do a second coat, okay, because this foundation is buildable. Hey y'all, hey, welcome everybody. It looks like a hot mess, doesn't it? Don't it look a little crazy? Probably because I did not put on a moisturizer before we started all this. So welcome everybody. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna put a little bit on the sponge. Hey Kay. Hey Rudy, appreciate you being here. Hey, all right, so I'm gonna put a little bit right through here, okay, on my blending sponge. If you get one of these, definitely make sure you wet it. And then I'm just gonna go in and now we're gonna build it up, okay? So welcome in everybody. Hopefully you're doing well. If you didn't catch the first part of it, I did try a medium 11 and a medium 10. So here's the 10 on my chest, here's the 11 over here on this side. And so we went with the medium 11 right on the face, okay? And again, this is a buildable coverage. So um, a little goes a long ways, all right? So let's go ahead and check out this side over here. Don't forget to get above that top lip, all right? Sometimes that can be, if you're like me, sometimes you're like, oh no, I forgot to put it above my top lip. Welcome everybody. I appreciate you being on. This is my very first live over on not TikTok, on very first live over on the YouTube. So I appreciate you being here. I'm trying to grow here. So if you could, if you'll hit that follow button, I will definitely follow you back after the live is over. All right, so we're going to add a little bit more on the forehead. So what we did is we just put a couple of dabs here and there, and then of course we just did it with we blended it with our finger, and then we want to do a buildable coverage. So we come back and now we're using the sponge just to kind of give it that second bit of coverage. So welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, I see you, PT Hope. Hey, welcome. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being on. Okay. All right. So here we are. Okay. I'm going to say that this is going to be my color. So again, they come in a light 1 through 7, a deep 1 through 14, and then in the medium. Did I say medium? Medium 1 through 14, and then a deep 1 through 15. Let me get it out. All right, so tonight we tried a medium 11 is the color that I am using. So if you don't have a beauty consultant, drop me a message somewhere. And whenever I figure this out, then I can definitely hit you up. If there's something that you want to try, we can definitely get you into a new foundation. Okay. All right. So let's go on with the nude cheek. Okay. So I've got a couple of new cheek colors. One is a light, one is a dark. Here they are right here. These are a cream, okay, and I love these because they are so easy to apply, all right? So here, we're gonna use the darker one, all right? So what do you think? Is my foundation matching? Is it matching the chest? All right, so this was a 10, this was an 11. We went with the 11. So next time you go into the store and they wanna do a foundation match, say, girl, don't do it on my forehead, don't do it on my chin, go ahead and do it on my chest. That way our face matches, flows in with our chest. Just a little FYI for you there. Hey, Sean, all right, so we're going to take this deeper, more of a pinkier color. This is actually called Kind Spirit. If you've never tried a cream blush before, let me recommend that you get one of these, okay? So as we get older, we want to put it higher. So when we suck in, this is going to be our contour line, and we want to make sure that our blush goes above that. So we're just going to kind of do like a little C area. How about that? Okay. And then these are so easy that you can literally blend these in with your finger, or if you have a cheek brush or even a blending brush, these are so easy to use. All right. Especially if you pick up I'm sorry, a luminous foundation, which is going to be cream on cream, then you're going to love these. Same way over here. We're going to suck it in and we're going to stay high. Okay. So that is if you're over 40, that is your over 40 trick really quickly. Suck it in and stay high. All right. We might have to put that on a t-shirt. Okay, so here we are. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you being in here. Thank you for liking it. If you haven't followed, please do so, and then I will follow you back. So here we are. Okay, so super easy. These are cream blushes. They come in a dark, and then they come in a lighter one. So if you like something a little bit more peachy, I'm just going to show you right here. This one doesn't show up on me so well, but it is a great peach color. Here it is right here. Okay, it's very light. So if you like something lighter, this one's called, oh gosh, this one is called, oh, I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. I need some glasses. This one's called Kind Spirit, and this one's called Spark the Change. Okay, so the darker one is Spark the Change. They're really easy to use, and of course, if you wanted to, you could just go ahead and do yourself a little bit of eyeshadow. All right, I like to use things. on different, if I got one product, like I like to use it kind of for multiple reasons. And then if you wanted to, you could actually go ahead and put it right on over your lip if you choose. Okay, here we are. All right, we're gonna blend that out. We need a little bit more, just a little more. Okay, so here we are, right? So we used it on our cheek and then we used it right on up here. Black licorice, I do not like it, but hey, I don't think it's weird. All right, so we're gonna take a little bit and we're gonna put it right on our lip and use it as a lip color. Okay, so I love these. These are very versatile. If you don't have a Mary Kay beauty consultant, reach out to me. I would love to be able to hook you up. Of course, if you do have one, then definitely get with her. We'll figure out how we can message, exchange, all the things, right? So thank you again for just being on here with me. I appreciate you. This is my very first live over here on the YouTube. So thank you for the likes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the follows. I will definitely hit you back if you have a public profile. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for making this easy, and we'll see you soon. All right, good night. Bye.